All right, today we're gonna focus on back, shoulder mobility, and some leg work as well. So make sure you're warmed up. You get 5 minutes in on that treadmill, easy jog or walk. And then we're gonna start with some activation. So the first thing we're gonna do is a hip mobility circle. Engage your core, feet hip distance. Put your weight on your left foot. You're gonna drive that knee forward with your right foot. Circle that hip out, and then rotate your foot back. Circle it all the way around, drop the knee, and then drop the knee. So it's up, out, foot back, kick around, drop the knee, and drop the knee. So it's up, out, kick back, circle around, drop that knee down, and then forward. Try and keep those hips square if you can, all the way around, drop, and drop. 2 more. Knee, out, kick, around, drop, and drop. 1 more. Knee, out, kick, around, drop, and drop. Good. Shake it out. Other side. So just a little activation. Knee drive, out, foot turns, kick around. Might feel different on this side if you have something tight on this side. Out, kick, around, drop, drop. It's forward, kick, foot back, around, drop, and drop. Good. Up, kick, out, circle around, drop, and drop. 2 more. Up, out, out, around, drop, drop. Last one. Up, out, kick, circle, drop, and drop. Awesome. All right, cool. Now we're going to do some scapula activation here. And we got one more hip mobility one. So you're gonna start about 8 to 12 inches with your feet away from a wall. Drive those elbows in, lifting you up, hips and shoulders in line. You're squeezing the scapula together, and you're gonna hold and breathe. And breathe. The more you squeeze, the more you're activating. Doesn't matter how strong I am. I feel this one every single time because I'm really squeezing and engaging. Keep going and breathe. And relax. Good, we're gonna do 1 more of those. Just round those shoulders forward. Awesome. Elbows engage. Come on up and squeeze those scapula. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears, not shrugging up towards your ears. Good, keep holding. Don't forget to breathe. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. And relax. Good. Just gorilla out those shoulders, round forward. Beautiful. All right, next activation, you're gonna use a little stability, so you can use a wall or a chair. I like to use a chair. You can use something else if you wanna hold on to a piece of machine or something if you're at the gym. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go from a warrior 3, so hinge forward, back leg goes straight back. Show you what it looks like from the side. Warrior 3 pose in yoga. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll your back foot down and in, and then you're gonna roll all the way open to a half moon. So you're gonna roll down and then all the way open. You're gonna roll that back foot down, hip dips down, and then you're gonna open it up, stack those hips and shoulders. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. So you're rolling all the way down, and then you're opening up, stacking those hips and shoulders. Roll all the way in, and stack. Good. 2 more, all the way down, roll that foot in towards your thigh, internally rotate, and then open it all the way up. Good, let's do the same thing on the other side. So hinging forward, foot rolls all the way in, and then opens all the way up, stacking those hips. All the way down, and then roll open. Strong hips, lots of stability. Working some hamstrings too, keep that core engaged. Roll that toe all the way down, stack those hips and shoulders. All the way down, rotate it in, stack. All the way down, rotate it in. Good, 1 more. Get really good at this. You can do it maybe without the stability, but I'd rather use the stability now and just lay that groundwork. Awesome. Cool. We're gonna do a shoulder stability exercise, so grab a 10-pound kettlebell. You're gonna come on down to the mat, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring that elbow alongside your foot that you have the weight in is going to bend, and then you're gonna roll up and drive that shoulder stacking on the other shoulder, and then down. You wanna make sure that that weight is directly above your stacked shoulders. So it's press up, press that shoulder through, and down. It might not feel like a lot, but I promise you it will as you keep going. You're building some shoulder stability here. You may find that your weight kind of wobbles back and forth. You can feel that shoulder activating and firing on all cylinders. It's not that heavy with the 10-pound weight, but as we increase the weights, you're really gonna feel this one. Stack those shoulders. Keep those muscles engaged. Good. Keep going. Let's do 3 more. Keep that core engaged. Stack those shoulders. Weight goes straight up. Rotating those shoulders. And rest. So by the end of that, I'm feeling some fatigue. And I've done this, I do this exercise quite a bit. So we don't want to overkill these muscles. You're working your small muscles in your shoulders, so they're stabilizing muscles, so we don't want to kill them. They're small muscles, and then we want to increase slowly. Here we go, press up, press that shoulder through. So make sure your shoulders are stacked, that weight goes straight up. Engage that core. Good, you're pressing straight up. Kettlebell is an unstable weight, so that's why this one works really well. I had a physical therapist that was really good, showed me this exercise, and he said him and his buddies were doing this with, like 50-pound dumbbells. They built up that heavy, and what it did was their shoulder stability was so stable, they could just destroy pull-ups after this. So really working those stabilizing muscles and building that strength properly. Good. One more. And rest. Excellent. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and move on now to some main set stuff. So first thing we're gonna do is Super Mario's. I love this move, it's super fun. So you know how Mario goes and hits the coin? That's what we wanna channel. Our inner Super Mario, it's going to be hitting that coin. So you're going to do a reverse lunge, opposite hand, ding. Oh, that was the wrong side. So opposite hand dings the coin. So whatever knee comes forward, that arm, opposite arm comes up, and then shift that and hit that coin at the top. So you're doing a power jump. Good, here's 5, 6, 7, 8, ding. 9, one more, 10, ding, working those fast twitch muscles. Good. Take a second to breathe, and we're gonna do the other side. So opposite arm forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, rest. Excellent. Next, we got tricep push-ups. You can always pause this video, take a second to breathe, grab some water whenever you need. Tricep push-ups, we're gonna go from your knees. Make sure your core's engaged. The key here, hands are a little lower than your shoulders, elbows along your ribs, press up. 2, press. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. You might need to adjust your hands back. 3, press. 4, press. Elbows touch the ribs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, press. You can also do those on a bench. If you need a little less, you can even do them on the wall. So on the wall, you're still gonna fatigue. Just make sure you really squeeze in those triceps, whatever you need there. All right, cool. Next, we're gonna do lat pull downs on the machine. So go ahead and get to the machine, do lat pull downs. Make sure you're squeezing those elbows along your ribs. You're really feeling those lats activate as you squeeze those elbows along the ribs. We're keeping it kind of light, 40 pounds. If you need less, go less. If you need more, just do a few more reps. For now, we're gonna build these weights up. So keep it slow and controlled. I'd rather you just really activate those muscles with your mind and keep it slow and low on the weights. Cool, let's go internal, external rotators. So for these, you're gonna use a cable with a handle and keep this elbow tucked in. Your hand is going to point towards the cable. You're facing 90 degrees away. And then elbow stays in, rotate in, internal rotation. 10 pounds, keeping it light. These are working small muscles, but the ones we need for swimming. 5, 6, we're gonna do 10 each, 7, 8, 9, 10. Simply step in 1, grab the opposite arm and go out 1. All the way out. 2 is working your range of motion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If 10's too much, 8, you can use a band. 9, 10, simply turn around, step 1 out, hand towards the cable, and 1, drip across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Step in, other hand, and from across your body going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and rest. So just from the side view, the internal would be in this way, going in all the way towards parallel, and the external from across to out. As much of that range of motion as you can. All right, cool. The next thing you're gonna do is a seated rowing machine. So make sure when you're doing your seated row, really driving those elbows, squeezing your scapula at the top, and then release down. So it's squeeze, drive those elbows, squeeze that back as hard as you can at the top, and then release. Keep your core engaged, squeeze those scapula together, and then release. I can do this without weight and feel it. So engage more. I promise you we're gonna be moving those weights up. All right, cool. So do your seated rows. You can do 15 if you feel like, okay, I'm not really feeling anything there. You can do 20 reps at 40 pounds, and I promise you we'll go up. If you need less, please do less. It's just kind of a guesstimation of a place to start. Cool, then go ahead and pause this video. You've got another set of your lat pull downs, internal, external rotator cuffs, and your seated rows. All right, cool. Next, we're going to sumo squat to calf raise with a kettlebell. So grab a 25-pound kettlebell. I'm actually using a 20. That works for me right now. So you're going to have your toes pointed slightly out, wider stance than you normally would. So wider than hip distance. Booty goes back, lift up onto those toes. So it's squat, calf raise. From the side, booty back, squat, calf raise. Keep that core engaged. Calf raise. 3, 4, I don't know, 5, so bad at counting, 6. Keep that chest lifted. Squeeze those inner thighs and glutes at the top. 8, 9, squeeze. 10, squeeze, zip up those inner thighs. 11, 12, and rest. Awesome, set that aside. Next, we're gonna go to a cable machine where the cable's up higher. You're gonna attach a straight bar to that cable machine, and you're gonna do straight arm pull downs. So this one is another one where you're working smaller muscles, so don't overdo the weight. Sometimes when you're working those small muscles, it might feel like you can do more at the time. If you don't feel anything after you do your first round, then the second time, the second day you perform these, you can go up, but just be mindful. Think about what you're feeling working. You're working these small stabilizing muscles in your shoulders. So front arm pull downs. Keep your core engaged on that one. Awesome. The next one in this tricep is a seesaw overhead press. I do want you to start with only 5s this time. And then if you feel like the next time you do this workout, no, the 5s just wasn't enough for me, you can go up. But again, just keep it light. You're going overhead press. So one arm lifts, then the other comes down. They meet halfway. You're doing 1. This is 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. When you finish the down, 5, make sure your elbow and wrist are in line. 6. The common thing is I see this. That's bad. 7. So keep that elbow and wrist in line. 8, 8, 9. Keep that core engaged. 9, 10. I think I counted wrong. Do 2 more. 11, 11, 12, 12, and rest. So again, if you don't feel anything from the second set, that's okay. The next time you do the exercise, you can go up to 8s, okay? But I definitely felt a little burn at the end of that. All right, cool. Go ahead and pause. You've got sumo squats to calf raises one more time with those straight arm pull downs and your seesaws. So when you count, it's 1, 1, 2, 2, or you can count to 20 if that's easier. All right, one more thing before we do a cool down, and that is a goblet squat hold to a 1.5 squat. So you're going goblet hold. I actually have you, I think, at a 20-pound kettlebell here. So you goblet hold, so that's at the top here. You're gonna do a squat, and then halfway, squat back down, up and squeeze the booty. It's down, up half, down, squeeze. Here's 3, weight in the heels, squeeze. Here's 4, up, squeeze. Notice your core is working a lot with this goblet hold, squeeze. 5, up, squeeze. 6, press, squeeze. 7, press through those heels, weight in the heels. 8, here's 9, squeeze. 10, squeeze. 11, squeeze. 12, squeeze. 13, squeeze. 14, squeeze. 15, and rest. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's just do a nice cool down. Take a second, grab some water. Swing those arms. First stretch is one of my favorites. I do it all the time out of the pool. I might have already showed it to you. Arm up the wall stretch. Send those hips out. You're sideways to the wall. And then you can drip in however far you need. Wait till you feel the blood rushing out of that arm. About 30 seconds if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Just simply drip that hand down your back and into the triceps. You can change that angle if you want to. If you roll your shoulders in or away, it changes where you're going to feel that stretch. So whatever feels best for you. Come up, switch sides. Arm up the wall. Shoot those hips out. Drip in. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that blood coming down from that arm. Inhale. Exhale. Good, just simply drip that hand down your back, getting into those triceps. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lots of shoulder stability today. If you're going to feel those little rotator cuff muscles. So just be patient. Those muscles we don't need a lot of weights on. Good, coming up to standing. All right, awesome. Next we're gonna do an arm cross. You can bring that shoulder down away from your ear. I feel it differently if I'm coming up here. Might feel it more across the bicep tendon. It's not a bad thing, just wherever you like. Feel the stretch, maybe both. Switch sides. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. If you raised your shoulder on the other side, raise it on this side. Back down, relax. Awesome. Kneeling quad stretch. Go ahead and come on down to the mat. You're just gonna simply squeeze the back glute, drive the hip forward, that's it. Feel that quad stretch right away. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. We're going to tuck that toe behind us and sit back into a half split. Hamstrings. Drive those toes back towards your shins if you need more. Release that back of the leg a little bit more. Beautiful, come forward, other side. Squeeze the glute. It's amazing how well that works, right? Our bodies are amazing. Feel that nice quad stretch all the way across the front. Beautiful, tuck the toes, sit back. Hamstring stretch. The other thing I'm going to show you is my favorite IT band stretch. I do this pretty much after every run because I know my IT bands get tight. So come on up. Next, I'm going to show you the IT band stretch. So your feet are going to be hip distance. Make sure you don't do this stretch if your heart rate is still super elevated from running or whatever you're doing before this, because your head is going to be below your heart, so you don't want to do that. So make sure you do other stretches first before you do this one if your heart rate's still elevated. So your feet are together. You're going to hinge forward into a forward fold. Straighten your right knee, bend your left knee. Then you're going to twist towards the right, bring your right arm up. You should feel that IT band stretch. You can bring your hand to the inner hip crease of your left thigh if you'd like, or to the tailbone, or you can leave it up. So either way, and then peel your right big toe up off the mat, rolling onto that pinky toe side of the foot. If that's too much, you can bring that toe back down. Try and keep those hips square. Good. Unwind, reset, forward fold. Other side. So you're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left, twist towards the left. Bring your left hand to your inner right hip crease, and then peel that left big toe up off the mat. Oh, my favorite stretch. I love it. I do this almost every time after every single run. It really helps to keep those IT bands healthy. Beautiful. And unwind. Good. Forward fold and slowly rise. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's do a little bit of foam rolling. So with that roller, let's start on the booty, single booty cheek. I'm going to go through these fast. You can pause and do longer if you want to. Other booty cheek. Wiggle back and forth, rolling into the hamstrings. Roll even further into the calves. You can do a single hamstring or a single calf. Rolling all sides. Other side. Rolling all sides. Let's go into your quads. Toes pointing in, toes pointing out. Good, going on to the IT band. Let's spend a little time here. So one side at a time. Any tight or sore spots, make sure you just pause there. Roll as much as you can. If you need less, you can bring that foot over. Go all the way up into that TFL even, into the hip. Roll side to side. Keep going. Good. Switch sides. All the way down. All the way up. Roll it out. Love it. Good. And up into the hip. TFL. One more roll down the IT. Awesome. Last thing, just a little bit of back. We're going to come down, do a slight thoracic extension, and then twist side to side. Come down one vertebrae, slight thoracic extension, twist side to side. Come down one vertebrae, slight thoracic extension, twist side to side. Let's spend a little time on these lats here now. Did those lat pull downs today, so we'll do those lats on each side. Beautiful. And then come up and do glute bridge. Get those upper traps. Also on the outside of those scapula, that's where those little muscles, those rotator cuffs are. Teres major underneath that armpit even. Infraspinatus, all those. All along the side there, underneath your armpit, and on the back of those scapula. Awesome. If there's anything else you feel like you need, do it now while you're warm.